good morning, and wherever you're joining us from, a very warm welcome to our celebration of the Year of the Tiger. Thanks to the Confucius Institute at Ulster University, we can all join in wishing everyone a happy new year. 新年快乐. The tiger is, of course, a pretty powerful animal, and those born in the Year of the Tiger are strong, confident, they're brave, they're popular and charming, natural leaders. And we all need those, don't we? Now, there are thousands of school pupils here in Northern Ireland who are learning Mandarin Chinese and finding out about China as well. And we'll have wonderful presentations this morning from both primary and post-primary pupils of music, song and dance, some in Chinese and some much more local to us here in Northern Ireland. So without further ado, if I could ask to get our proceedings underway today, if I could ask the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Ulster University, Professor Paul Seawright, to say a few words.
I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of Ulster University and the Northern Ireland Confucius Institute to this very special online celebration for the Chinese New Year 2022, the Year of the Tiger. In Chinese culture, tigers are said to be courageous and active people who love a good challenge and seek out adventures in life. So greetings to all the tigers. We need your adventurous and courageous spirit, particularly in these unusually challenging times. Of course, this is an extra special year for China, as in the week of the New Year celebrations, Beijing will launch the 2022 Winter Olympics. And the slogan's really appropriate for our times: faster, higher, stronger, and together. We'd like to wish Beijing a very successful Winter Olympic Games. I'd particularly like to welcome and to thank the Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Belfast, Belfast City Council, Department of Education, the Northern Ireland Executive Office, Mid-Antrim Council and Newry and Mourne District Council for their very kind sponsorship of this year's event. There are many people who have made today's event possible, from the sponsors to the performers, our fabulous hub and partner schools, to the staff at Ulster University who host the event, and to Wendy, who we're very lucky to have with us every year. Thank you all for your valuable contribution. This celebration is a key event in our Confucius calendar. It's been in the past an evening event that we've all really looked forward to, and if you've ever attended our previous celebrations in Belfast at the Waterfront Hall, you'll appreciate just how much organisation and planning went into the event. I know that last year we hoped that 2022 would see us return to the theatre. Alas, that hasn't been possible. But we still have an evening full of amazing and awe-inspiring talent provided by our friends in China. 2020 was our last face-to-face Chinese New Year event just before the news of the pandemic broke. And in 2021 we put together our first online celebration, which was extremely well received and enjoyed by many more people in both countries than was previously possible. And whilst it is difficult to beat the live event, being able to keep up with the tradition of Chinese New Year and this celebration is such a privilege. And of course, at this stage, we're all a little more familiar with celebrating and communicating remotely. Can I also take this opportunity to pay tribute to all our hub schools and their wonderful partner schools? Without their support and enthusiasm, we could not continue to function. Even though the worst of the pandemic and with a greatly reduced staff, we managed to continue to deliver Chinese language and culture, both face-to-face and remotely. So thank you for all your commitment. Equally, thank you to the small team of teachers who chose to remain here in Northern Ireland instead of returning to their family in China in order to keep the light burning for Confucius in Northern Ireland. We're extremely grateful to that group of dedicated staff for their ongoing commitment. Our staff have always been extremely enthusiastic participants within their hub networks. They not only deliver weekly language and culture lessons, but also participate in school events, open days, careers events, helping with school choirs, language competitions, and the celebration of Chinese New Year in so many of our schools. The poster competition could not happen, of course, without their commitment and dedication. Thank you. But as testament to the bonds of friendship that have been built up between China and Northern Ireland, as so many teachers choose to come here. This year our schools are showing their commitment to the work of the classroom programme and the warmth towards staff of the Confucius by putting together the specially recorded performance that you'll see today. This year's focus is on the fabulous local talent of the children of Northern Ireland who will be showcasing their own cultural heritage as well as celebrating the culture of China. Chinese New Year is a wonderful opportunity for families to reunite, to eat wonderful food and to participate in many colourful traditions. This event today is a reminder that while some of the challenges brought about by the pandemic impinge on our lives, yet we're still able to come together in celebration. Confucius staff from China continue to be enthusiastically received by the people of Northern Ireland, whose reputation for openness and warmth, I think, is well deserved. This year it's with great delight and relief to see that so many teachers have arrived from China. The classroom programme is running at almost full capacity across Northern Ireland. Teachers have returned to our schools and many Mandarin and cultural lessons are now being delivered. Those children who missed out last year are picking it up again. Thank you once again for your continued support and may you have a happy and courageous Year of the Tiger. 新年快乐.
Paul, thank you very much indeed. Now, the Chinese Consul General has taken a very close interest in the Confucius Institute ever since she arrived here in Belfast. And we're delighted to have with us today Madam Yang Maifang to say a few words.
大家好，中国农历新春即将到来，在此我谨代表中国驻贝尔法斯特总领馆衷心祝愿各位朋友虎年吉祥、幸福安康。过去的一年是中国发展进程中具有重要里程碑意义的一年。这一年隆重庆祝中国共产党100年所取得的伟大发展成就和历史经验，为世界和平、稳定和繁荣做出了重要贡献。这一年，我们实现了第一个100年奋斗目标，全面建成了小康社会，解决了绝对贫困问题。这一年，我们擘画宏伟蓝图，开启了“十四五”规划新征程，深入贯彻新发展理念，加快构建新发展格局。面对世纪疫情和100年变局，我们积极践行多边主义，推进建设人类命运共同体，为推动全球治理体系变革注入了新的动力。Ladies and gentlemen, last year has seen steady development in the relationship between China and the UK and China and Northern Ireland in the economic, cultural, and educational fields. People-to-people exchanges and cooperation have also yielded fruitful results. Just to name a few, Ulster University has strengthened its strategic partnership with Confucius University of Science and Technology and other educational cooperative projects. Since 2012, the Confucius Institute at Ulster University has actively promoted cultural exchanges, thus not only becoming an important window for the people of Northern Ireland to learn Mandarin and understand China and Chinese culture, but also becoming an important force in the people-to-people exchanges and cooperation between China and Northern Ireland. 2022 marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of China-UK diplomatic relationship at the ambassadorial level. As a vital aspect of China-UK relationship, China attaches great importance to the development of friendly and mutually beneficial cooperation between us. China and Northern Ireland will always be good friends and good partners. Although China and Northern Ireland are thousands of miles apart, we have seen increasing growth of our bilateral relationship since the establishment of the Chinese Consul General in Belfast 6 years ago. The Chinese Consul General will continue to play a crucial role in furthering the mutually beneficial cooperation between China and Northern Ireland in various fields. Pretty soon, Beijing will host the 24th Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games, becoming the world's first dual Olympic city. We are ready to take the Beijing Winter Olympic Games as an opportunity to continuously deepen the friendly relations and beneficial cooperation between China and UK and China and Northern Ireland, promote pragmatic cooperation between us in various fields, and bring China-Northern Ireland friendly relations to a new level. According to China's calendar, the zodiac sign of 2022 is the Year of the Tiger. Tiger symbolizes strength, braveness, victory, and good luck. May I wish you all a happy Chinese Lunar New Year. May the year of the tiger bring you good health, prosperity, happiness, and well-being. Happy Chinese Lunar New Year to you all. Thank you.
Consul General, thank you very much indeed. Now we have some visitors from Stormont with us today as well. Would you welcome, first of all, please, the First Minister, Paul Givan.
Consul General Yang, distinguished guests, Ni Men Hao. I want to thank Professor Paul Seawright and Dr. Lu Yan for their invitation to speak at the Confucius Institute's annual Chinese New Year celebration. Unfortunately, we can't all be here in person, as in previous years, but we hope this year will see a return to normality. It has been a very difficult period for everyone, but I want to congratulate the Confucius Institute for adapting to the current environment and being able to maintain their work with our schools and colleges. We are very fortunate that we have one of the best Confucius Institutes here in Northern Ireland, with around 160 schools and 20,000 students participating in language classes. Many of those students now able to compete and do very well in UK-wide competitions run by the British Council. I'm also very pleased to see that the classes are available to students at all levels in our education system, and I want to acknowledge our Department for Education for its support to the Confucius Institute at Ulster University in helping to make this happen. I also welcome the fact that the Confucius Institute is now working with our Northern Ireland Bureau in Beijing and Invest NI to provide support to our businesses hoping to trade with China. Education and economic cooperation are priorities for the Executive's future work with China, and the Confucius Institute will play an important part in helping us achieve our mutual objectives in 2022, the Year of the Tiger. I hope the Year of the Tiger will be good for us all, and I want to say, Shasha, thank you, and Shin Ni An Hao, have a good New Year.
First Minister, thank you very much, and we're delighted that the Deputy First Minister, Michelle O'Neill MLA, is also with us this morning.
Consul General Yang and all our friends and colleagues, Deja Hao, I hope everyone is well. I'm delighted to be invited to speak to you today and to help to celebrate the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Tiger. I want to pay tribute to Professor Seawright and Dr. Yan Lu and their colleagues for their successes over the last year and for their support to us here in the Executive. I also want to thank the Confucius Institute and its partner, Hubei Normal University, for the donation of PPE equipment at the start of the pandemic. The last few years have been extremely difficult for people around the world. And I know that for many people from China who are living here, it's been really hard to be away from your families. But you are with friends here. I want to acknowledge the excellent work of the Confucius Institute in promoting cultural links between organisations here and in China. Many of the cultural events that have been organised here take place across a number of our local council areas, a mark of the collaboration and support that the Institute provides to our councils in developing their partnerships with cities in China. Those relationships will be important as we all come out of this pandemic and work to build closer cooperation and understanding between our institutions and our young people into the future. I want to wish you all a very happy New Year, the Year of the Tiger, the year for overcoming challenges. Shin Ni and Kwai Li, Happy New Year.
Deputy First Minister, thank you very much indeed. Now we're going to hear from some more of the supporters of the Confucius Institute later on, but let's have a performance now. Our opening performance comes from the students of Milburn Primary School in Coleraine. It's their choir, in fact. Now Milburn Primary is one of the Confucius Institute's hub schools. In fact, it's the only primary level hub, and they continue to be wonderful ambassadors for the work of the Institute. Today they'll perform 2022 Meet in Beijing. Now that's a song that they performed for the Beijing 2022 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. It's composed by Liu Mu and Peng Bo.
手长城，和胜利守着美国，长城跋涉坚守着脉搏，古老灯光散发着青春眼神，青春一线，照亮夜空这发光的飞空。
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you so much to Millburn Primary School Choir. Our second performance is a traditional Irish music and dance piece in association with Music at Magee, Ulster University. Brother and sister Moya and Oran Sweeney perform an air, Planksty Father McGorty, and a hornpipe, Master Shanley's, and they're joined by Irish step dancer Mary McGuigan. Thank you very much indeed for that. Now, our third performance, traditional Ulster Scots lambeg drumming and fifing medley. The lambeg drum is performed by Craig Sloan and the fifer is Matthew Warwick. Craig and Matthew, thank you both very much indeed. Now, I mentioned that there are many other supporters of Confucius with us today, and I'm very pleased now to invite Councillor William McCaughey, who's the chairperson of Mid and East Antrim Borough Council, to say some words for us.
As Mayor of Mid and East Antrim, I am delighted to address you all today. At this event, to celebrate Chinese New Year 2022, the Year of the Tiger, and the 50th anniversary of China-UK ambassadorial diplomatic relations. Thank you to Ulster University, the Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Belfast, and the Confucius Institute, organisers of this event, for this kind invitation. Mid and East Antrim enjoys a close working relationship with China, with the Chinese Consul General, Madam Zhang Mifang, and the Confucius Institute at Ulster University. We are delighted to continue our sponsorship arrangement with the Institute and appreciate the value it adds to the work we are doing to develop mutual cooperation with China in key areas such as the economy, culture, education, and tourism. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on our local economy and on our local businesses, particularly those with international supply chains and markets. It has also impacted on our communities and continues to impact on our everyday lives. During the initial phase of the pandemic, this Council worked tirelessly to realign our services to tackle the impacts of the pandemic at a local level and to support our businesses and local communities. And we continue to do this as we look forward with our recovery in 2022. As we continue our recovery, our focus is on building our key strengths, especially those in the clean tech and energy sectors, hydrogen vehicles, and advanced manufacturing, and expanding into new areas such as digital and financial services. I understand that these are areas of interest and focus for China as well. Council had planned a civic visit to China in spring of 2020, which was disrupted due to the pandemic, and we are working closely with the Northern Ireland Bureau and hope to be able to reschedule this trip when travel is permitted once again. This is an important year for the People's Republic of China, and I wish you every success with the upcoming Beijing Winter Olympics in February 2022. And we congratulate Beijing on being the first city to host both the Summer and the Winter Olympic Games. We hope to continue building our friendly relationships with China during 2022 and help support our economies and grow our tourism and cultural links. We hope to welcome Chinese tourists once again to our beautiful borough to experience our hospitality and visit our world-class tourist attractions. These include the Gobbins and Carrickfergus Castle. Thank you once again for the opportunity to address you as part of your New Year's celebrations. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of today's event. Thank you.
Councillor McCaughey, thank you very much indeed. Of course, we're in Belfast today and we're delighted to have with us the Lord Mayor of the city, Councillor Kate Nicholl, who's going to talk to us now.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, ni hao. Hello everyone, I am Councillor Kate Nicholl, the Lord Mayor of the City of Belfast, sister city of Shenyang in China. Kung hei fa troi, shen nian kuai le. It is an honour to join you today to celebrate the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Tiger. The tiger represents enthusiasm, strength, courage, ambition, leadership, confidence and charisma. After another very difficult year, we look forward with optimism to deepening our long-standing relationships within and between our communities, and of course, health and happiness. The Chinese community in Northern Ireland is one of our biggest and most established minority communities, playing a huge role in the economic, educational, cultural and social life of this city. It gives me great pleasure to see Belfast's growing diversity of communities share this festival and celebrating your culture, albeit virtually this year. Belfast City Council has been engaged with China since the late 1990s and more recently through our sister city relationship with Shenyang in the province of Liaoning, developing business tourism, education and civic relationships. We acknowledge the wonderful, very valuable work undertaken by our partners to support us in our China relations. In particular, I wish to highlight the wonderful leadership shown by our esteemed Consul General, Madame Zhang Meifang, and her team, who worked tirelessly to create opportunities to foster cooperation. Thank you, Consul General Madame Zhang, for your friendship and your commitment. I also want to congratulate the Confucius Institute at Ulster University, led by Director Yan Liu and her team, who continue to forge important connections with the education sector here in Northern Ireland. There are currently 45 teachers present here, teaching 16,000 primary, post-primary and college students, whilst promoting Chinese language and culture across Northern Ireland. I know that you will enjoy the Institute's own celebration of Chinese New Year through the excellent cross-community, all-age performance going online this week. I also want to congratulate our wonderful universities, Queen's and Ulster Universities, who continue to cooperate with China across many innovative fields. In particular, the city extends a Happy New Year to those students and staff who have travelled many thousands of miles to study here, especially during these difficult times. We have the honour of lighting up the City Hall in red on the 1st of February to show our pride and our support for Chinese New Year 2022 and send warmest wishes to you all, including our friends in Shenyang. Furthermore, I would like to take this opportunity to wish our Chinese friends every success with the Beijing Winter Olympics this February. Beijing will be the first city in the world to host both the Summer and Winter Olympic Games. I hope that wherever you're celebrating Chinese New Year, that you do so with great joy, pride, colour, and hope that the next time we gather to celebrate this great occasion, that we can do so in person. Xie xie. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Lord Mayor, thank you very much indeed. It's time for some more performances now, I think, don't you? So our fourth performance comes from students from Campbell College Pipe Band, and they're going to have a bit of a mixture going here. They're going to perform three pieces: the Campbell College Pipes and Drums, Old Lang Syne, which will be the last piece, and Two Tigers, or Liang Zhu Lao Hu. It's a very popular Chinese rhyme about two tigers who run very fast, and it'll sound familiar because it has the same air as Frère Jacques.
Pipes and drums, shunt! Pipes and drums, by the right, quick march!
thank you very much indeed to the Campbell College Pipe Band, and that was a real medley there, wasn't it? Now, our next performance is the Seal Lullaby by Eric Whittaker. It's performed by students from Ulster University Choir. They're accompanied by Gail Evans on the piano, with Sean Ryan, who's the choral director, conducting. The Ulster University Choir has gained considerable popular and critical acclaim for its distinctive and dramatic performances. The choir's membership is drawn largely from the student cohort of the Bachelor of Music degree programme at Magee, but also from the wider student staff community outside of the music department and from the general population outside the university environment. Around 80% of the choir, though, is made up of music students. They're going to perform the Seal Lullaby. Now, it's the opening poem of Rudyard Kipling's beautiful but rather dark story, The White Seal. The story begins on an island in the Bering Sea between Russia and Alaska. The title character and protagonist, Kotick, is the first white seal ever to have been born on the island. And when he discovers that some of the seals on the island are killed by hunters for their skins every year, he sets off on a quest to find an island where seals can live without fear. Many thanks to the Ulster University Choir for that wonderful piece, and to their director and accompanist as well. Now, our sixth performance is Let's Paddle Together. It's performed by students from Carrickfergus Academy Choir. This is a very famous and traditional Chinese song for teenagers in China. It was written by Liu Chu. It's the theme song from the 1955 Chinese children's movie Flowers of the Motherland, and it describes the scene of the young pioneers rowing boats in Beihai Park, having fun and singing happily. And Carrickfergus Academy is one of the Confucius Institute at Ulster University's 8 hub schools. And thank you very much to Carrickfergus Academy for that. Now, one of the highlights of the Confucius Institute's Chinese New Year celebrations is always the poster competition. The posters are just fantastic, and they come from all of the different levels of school children who get involved with the Confucius Institute. So it's my great pleasure to announce the winners of the poster competition for this year. We're going to start with the post-primary winners, and would you believe that all of the post-primary winners come from Lumen Christi College, so big congratulations to the college first of all. And number one, the first prize for post-primary goes to Jani Sharma, age 14, from Lumen Christi College. In second place, Dara McCall, who's also 14. And the third prize goes to Shifra Gallagher, 14 as well. And Shifra was highly commended last year, so that's a step up for her. Highly commended, Rush McLaughlin, who's 13. Grace Dowds, who's 14, and she was highly commended last year as well, so well done, Grace. Also highly commended, 14-year-old Emily Armstrong. Emma Duddy, who's 13. Mary Tess Harron, who's 14. Also highly commended, Jenny McKinney, who's 14. And Mia McLean, who's 11. So well done to all of those pupils from Lumen Christi College. So now our Key Stage 1 poster winners of the 2022 Year of the Tiger competition. First prize goes to Dara McMahon, who's 8, and goes to St Therese of Lisieux Primary School. From the same primary school, second prize goes to Ava McCarney, who's 7. And third prize goes to Lily Maria Armaforte, who's 8, and goes to the Holy Rosary Primary School. Highly commended, we have 7-year-old Aoife Kelly from St Therese of Lisieux Primary. Also, Jaden Flanagan, who's 6 from St Therese School. Highly commended as well, AJ Kuax, who's 7 at Holy Rosary Primary School. Dylan McGrory, who's 6 and also goes to Holy Rosary. And Khalid Kamal Al-Din, who's 7 and goes to Holy Rosary as well. Highly commended too is Seth Conroy, who's 6 and is at St Mary's Primary School in Strabane. And our last highly commended in this category, Emily Devaney, who's 8 and goes to Milburn Primary School. And our Key Stage 2 poster winners of the 2022 Year of the Tiger. First prize goes to Avantika Pushpitha, who's 9 and goes to Holy Rosary Primary School. Second prize to Mia McGarrigle, who's 10 and goes to St Catherine's Primary. Third prize to Ava Clifton, who's 9 and is at St Joseph's Primary School. Highly commended, we have 10-year-old Sarah Lowry from St Bride's Primary. 8-year-old Ruby Caulfield from Milburn Primary School. 8-year-old Nicola Glenn, who also goes to Milburn Primary School. 9-year-old Cara Donnelly from St Patrick's Primary School. Rory McIntyre is 9. He's at St Mary's Primary School in Strabane, as is Rachel Logue, who's also 9 and who is also highly commended. And finally, Vanessa Hayek, who's 10 and is also at St Mary's Primary School, Strabane. So many congratulations to all of our winners and all of those who were highly commended in this year's fantastic poster competition. Well, I'm sure you'll agree that those posters are a real credit both to the artists and to their schools, and perhaps even to the Department for Education. And I'd like you to welcome right now the Minister for Education, Michelle McElveen, MLA.
Hello, or should I say ni hao. Hopefully I've managed to pronounce that properly. I'd like to start by thanking the Ulster University and the Confucius Institute for inviting me to take part in this celebratory online event. It's a great honour to provide this address. As you know, the Chinese New Year begins on the 1st of February, and the celebrations will herald the start of the Year of the Tiger. The Chinese New Year has become a firm fixture in Northern Ireland, and the Confucius Institute at Ulster University never fails to impress its audiences with their colourful and joyous celebration of Chinese culture. I know that the Chinese government has a special affection for Northern Ireland and its people, and we're delighted to be able to continue to develop and strengthen that mutually beneficial relationship. Young people who have a second language are at a huge advantage in life. It opens doors to new friendships, gives them greater facility to learn different tongues, and enables them to think both laterally and creatively. Research has also shown that learning a language can boost memory, improve listening and cognitive skills, and even make you more effective at multitasking. More recently, it's been discovered that learning another language might even help to delay symptoms of dementia in later life. Mandarin Chinese is, of course, one of the most widely spoken languages in the world and of massive importance in business and commerce. Learn to speak Mandarin and you can speak with millions of people around the world. I'm delighted that young people here in Northern Ireland are getting the opportunity to learn Mandarin. As Minister for Education, I take a very keen interest in the work that the Confucius Institute is doing in our schools. The Confucius Classroom programme is one of those wonderful success stories of which we should all be very proud. It's a wonderful opportunity for our young people to have the chance to appreciate the beauty of this language and also to learn firsthand about the vast cultural landscape that is China. They're exposed to its cuisines, its music and its art, learning about a wide range of traditions, from ink painting to paper cutting and calligraphy to tea making and knot tying. Over the last 7 years, my department has provided almost £600,000 of funding to the Confucius Institute to support the delivery of lessons in the Chinese language and culture to schools across Northern Ireland. This year, 160 schools encompassing over 20,000 pupils are participating in the project. This impressive uptake shows how well the programme is being received, both by students and by schools. The Confucius Institute has, in the past, organised many trips to China for our students, and the feedback I have received about these trips has always been extremely positive. I know it has encouraged some of our young people to take the Chinese language to university level and to travel to China independently for work, education and leisure. The Mandarin speaking competition has opened opportunities for students here to compete at national level. We've had some wonderful successes. Hopefully, as we emerge out of the pandemic, these trips can reconvene in the not too distant future. Today's event also celebrates the artistic achievements of our young people. Today we will see the winners of the annual poster competition, and I'm sure we will all be amazed at the talent on show. The poster competition is one of the highlights of the year for my officials. I know that it has been an honour to those staff who have had the opportunity to participate as a judge in the competition. Year on year, they've reported the high standard of the entries from the pupils in our schools. This year, there have been over 3,000 entries. 2022 is an extremely exciting and important year for China, with the upcoming Winter Olympics being held in Beijing. Beijing will be the only city to host both the Summer and Winter Olympic Games. Having travelled to Beijing in 2016 as Minister for Agriculture, Environment and Rural Affairs, I have such a warm and special memories of the city. The motto for the Olympics, Faster, Higher, Stronger Together, focuses on solidarity and cooperation. I'm confident that 2022 will see Northern Ireland and China working ever closer together to forge even stronger links. In conclusion, I would like to thank the Confucius Institute for its efforts in delivering the project over the past year, especially in light of the current health pandemic. It's been a difficult year for everyone, but you have continued to provide new opportunities and broaden the horizons of so many of our young people, including those online here today. We look forward to brighter times ahead. I hope you enjoy the rest of this event. Thank you.
Minister, thank you very much indeed. Now, Councillor Cathy Mason is chairperson of Newry, Mourne and Down Council, and she's going to speak to us next.
Ni hao, Diadív Akarja agus Fulshiro. As chairperson of Newry, Mourne and Down District Council, I want to extend Happy New Year wishes to all in attendance today, in particular to Madam Zhang, our Chinese Consul General, and our friends and colleagues in the Confucius Institute who have organised this event this morning to celebrate the 2022 Chinese New Year. As a council, we recognise the work of the Confucius Institute and our Consul General in building participation and awareness of the Chinese culture across our own district and in other council regions. Strong relationships have been established, particularly with schools, which is evident here today in the celebration of song and music brought to us by the very talented and entertaining school children. The Chinese New Year is the most important holiday in China, and we celebrate the Chinese New Year yet again through virtual platforms. But what is important to acknowledge and appreciate is the commitment and resilience of our people, and as we reflect on how we are still able to deliver and achieve so much despite our new virtual world. The characteristics of our people and partners in being resilient, committed, confident and brave is very much aligned with the symbolism of the tiger, which of course is the 2022 Chinese zodiac. The Chinese New Year is certainly an exciting period, full of hope, positivity and energy for the year ahead. Our council will continue to build and grow our relationship with China and our strong connections with the Consul General, Madam Zhang, the Confucius Institute at the Ulster University and the Bureau in China. We will continue to work closely with our partners to ensure we can progress and enable mutually beneficial exchanges in trade, tourism and skills. This year, while we had hoped our celebrations could have been in person, we can only look ahead with positivity. For 2022, I wish everyone a period of success and wellness, both personally and in business. And for China, 2022 has already achieved significant milestones, with Beijing being the first city to host both Summer and Winter Olympic Games. And I want to wish Beijing every success in hosting these world stage events. Guramila Mayagav, Xie.
Councillor, thank you very much indeed. Well, now it's time for our last two performances of our celebration today. Our seventh performance is the Carol of the Bells. It's performed by students from Ballymena Academy Choir. And Ballymena Academy has been participating in the Confucius Classroom programme for many years, so we're particularly pleased to have them with us today. And finally, what a great way to wrap up our celebrations today for the Year of the Tiger. We're going to have some traditional Irish dancing performed by students from the MacIntyre School of Irish Dancing in Newry. Well, that was a great way to wrap up our celebrations today. Many thanks to the MacIntyre School of Irish Dancing in Newry. And thanks also, Sheshe, to Madam Zhang, to the First and Deputy First Ministers, to Minister McIlveen, the Lord Mayor, the Council Chairs, and most of all, to all of you for joining us today. It's been a really joyous celebration, and let's hope that we all have a happy, healthy and successful Year of the Tiger. Xinyan Kwailu.
亲爱的老师、同学们，大家好！北京将举办第24届冬季奥运会，成为世界上首个双奥之城。届时，来自全世界的运动员将齐聚北京，贡献奥林匹克运动带来的激情、欢乐与福祉。
Hello, my name is Sharon Lamont. I'm principal of Milburn Primary School in Coleraine. We are delighted to have been given this opportunity to say a huge congratulations to everyone in China and particularly the people of Beijing for the hosting of the Winter Olympics in 2022.
Wishing Beijing a very successful Winter Olympics.
Wishing you every success in the Winter Olympic Games from Southwest College Confucius Hub. Good luck!
Ni hao and welcome to the Beijing Winter Olympics. I hope all of your hard work pays off and all the best of luck.
Hello, my name is Barry Conroy. I'm the principal of Roscavi Primary School here in the north of Ireland. I just want to say a quick message to all the athletes from China who are taking part in the Winter Olympic Games. Good luck and best wishes from everyone here in Ireland. I know that Chinese athletes prepare very well, and I've no doubt you will be very well prepared and no doubt successful as well when you enter those games. So best wishes to all of you from the north of Ireland. Thank you very much.
The Beijing Winter Olympic Games begin next month, February. From everyone here in Maguires Bridge, County Fermanagh, we would like to wish all the competitors all the best, and we hope they do themselves proud and they do their country proud. Jai!
Hello everyone, we would just like to wish everyone taking part in the Winter Olympics a successful and happy time. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves and have a great Winter Olympics.
Hi from Northern Ireland. Good luck with the Winter Olympics in Beijing. We are all really looking forward to it. My favourite is the downhill skiing.
We can't wait to watch you on the TV.
So a big good luck from Northern Ireland. Jai ho!
Hello everybody, Elaine O'Sullivan here, just wishing all of the athletes all the very best for the Winter Olympics in Beijing. Go Beijing, wishing you all the very best.
你好，我叫乔登，我是爱尔兰人，祝北京冬奥会圆满成功。
你好，我是梅水。I hope the 2022 Beijing Olympics are successful. 更高、更快、更强、更传奇。现在冬奥祝福北京，加油！
你好， we wish you well in Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics. Ni hao, we wish Beijing Winter Olympics 2022 success. Ni hao, we wish Beijing Winter Olympics 2022 success.
Ni hao, we wish you well in the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics. 祝Beijing 冬奥会圆满成功。
Beijing Winter Olympics, faster, higher, stronger. Friendship first, competition second. Good time and good luck. Faster, higher, stronger, together.
祝北
My name is Patrick McCoy and I'm a teacher in St Mary's Primary School in Mullaban, and I, along with the pupils, would like to wish all of the athletes and organisers the very best of luck for the upcoming Winter Olympics in Beijing. It was great to have our pupils be able to take part by designing posters to mark the occasion. So what do we say, boys and girls?
Go Beijing! Go Beijing! 快乐的喊着，好拼的摆着，可乐的飞翔了。2022生日，颂着这一首歌，国家的特色，小小的成就，在梦想里头，人人都追求。
Olympic Games are the pinnacle of achievement for any athlete, but they're also a chance for the host city to showcase its culture. Ahead of the Beijing Winter Games, school children in Northern Ireland have been learning a famous Chinese song, Meet Me in Beijing, that'll feature in the opening ceremony. And you can see what else the children have been up to if you head to our website and social media channels. They start teaching Mandarin to the children from the age of 4 as part of the school's links with the Confucius Institute in Northern Ireland.
在距离北京8000多公里的英国北爱尔兰，
一所叫做米尔本的小学里，
学生们用中文演唱了一首冬奥歌曲，
用他们自己的方式，热情期盼着2022年北京冬奥的到来。
这不是他们第一次用中文演唱歌曲，在2020年初，他们就用中文演唱了一首《让世界充满爱》，为武汉加油，为中国加油。
北京冬奥会日益临近，多国民众都在期待这一体育盛会的到来。
米尔本小学位于英国北爱尔兰科尔雷恩市，学校从2012年起就开设了中文课。近日，总台欧洲总站发起了为北京冬奥会送祝福活动，米尔本小学的孩子们用中文演唱了2022相约北京，以他们的方式热情期待北京冬奥会到来。青春颜色，青春颜色，少了眼睛发光的冰光。
我们的孩子对奥运会非常兴奋，他们很清楚这届冬奥会在哪里举办，有什么样的比赛项目，他们都希望成长为最棒的人。